Are you tired of sabotaging your relationships? Understanding your fears about love and intimacy can transform your life. Let's dive in to find out how. Love is an integral part of our human experience, yet for many, it presents a paradox of fear and longing. While we crave connection, the fear of intimacy can hold us back. Today, we'll explore the complex nature of love and intimacy, uncovering several key reasons behind this fear. By the end of this video, you will have actionable insights to navigate your emotional landscape. Let's start with a startling statistic. In the US alone, 40% to 50% of marriages end in divorce, with emotional disconnect and fear of intimacy topping the lists of contributing factors. But what causes these fears? Reason 1: the fear of losing autonomy. Explanation: the prospect of losing personal freedom is a prominent fear when it comes to love. Many individuals worry that entering a relationship means sacrificing their independence, including time and decision-making. Real-life example: consider Sarah, an ambitious young professional who loves traveling solo and making spontaneous plans. When she entered a relationship, she feared losing her cherished routines and personal goals. This internal conflict prevented her from fully investing in the partnership. Change over time. Historically, relationships emphasized duty and survival. Now, people prioritize self-interest over traditional partnership duties, creating tension. This shift reflects the increasing value placed on individual freedom, further complicating modern relationship dynamics. Examples/statistics: according to a survey by Pew Research, 50% of adults value their freedom in dating, reflecting a trend toward cherishing independence over commitment. This disposition can create barriers to deeper emotional connections. But that first fear is nothing compared to this next one, which hits closer to the heart. Reason 2: fear of vulnerability and getting hurt. Explanation: love necessitates vulnerability, exposing feelings and fears that are typically safeguarded. This openness can lead to the risk of emotional pain if a relationship fails. Real-life example: take Daniel, who was deeply in love during college. After a painful breakup, he swore never to reveal his vulnerable side to anyone again, leading to superficial relations. Change over time. In the digital dating age, many develop a reluctance to form lasting connections due to fear of rejection. The culture of casual connections can leave deep impressions of insecurity. Examples/statistics: a recent study from the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships found that over 70% of adults express apprehension about being vulnerable with partners, driven primarily by fear of rejection or past betrayals. Now, before we get into the next crucial reasons, I need you to hit the subscribe button if you want to have a happy and satisfying love life. Reason 3: past trauma and its lingering shadow. Traumatic experiences, whether from childhood abuse, neglect, or failed relationships, can create deep-seated fears about opening up to another. Real-life example: Maria, whose parents' volatile marriage left her wary of relationships, found herself subconsciously self-sabotaging her own relationships to avoid repeating family history. Change over time. Awareness around mental health issues has increased, yet many still unknowingly carry trauma into new relationships, amplifying fear of intimacy. Examples/statistics: the American Psychological Association notes that adults with childhood adversity are significantly more likely to face trust issues and difficulty forming intimate relationships. We've uncovered a lot, but let's delve into why expectations might frighten you as much as intimacy itself. Reason 4: cultural expectations and gender roles. Societal norms dictate how relationships should appear, placing undue pressure on individuals to conform, which generates fear. Real-life example: James felt immense pressure to propose after 5 years with his girlfriend due to societal and family expectations, despite his uncertainty about marriage. Examples/statistics: in a study by the Journal of Family Issues, 65% cited societal pressure as a relationship stress source. This can lead to heightened fear of failing to meet perceived expectations. Before we move on, consider how these pressures shape our perceptions and what love should be. Reason 5: the fear of commitment. The idea of a long-term commitment can be daunting, spawning a fear of stagnation or being tied down. Real-life example: Alex never dated anyone longer than a few months, fearing that committing meant he'd lose out on life experiences and personal growth. Change over time. With high divorce rates and complex relationships, many seek casual over lifelong commitments. Examples/statistics. Gallup found that 61% of people express hesitation toward traditional commitment, choosing situationships that limit emotional engagement and avoid the complexity of long-term attachments. These fears connect in even deeper ways as we explore how they manifest in everyday situations. Reason 6. Existential fear of intimacy. Delving into intimacy often brings existential questions about self-worth, identity, and connection, which can be intimidating. Real-life example: Emily constantly questioned whether she was truly deserving of love. This insecurity made her reject advances from suitors, fearing that deep connections might reflect her perceived inadequacies. Change over time. In a world with more focus on personal achievement and social comparison, questioning one's value has become common, impacting relationships. Examples/statistics. The Anxiety and Depression Association of America reports that 40 million adults struggle with anxiety, often rooted in existential fears that spill into relationships, making intimacy daunting. Consider how the need to fit a mold not designed for us affects our view of intimacy and potential relationships. Reason 7. Pressure of expectations. Upon wanting love, the pressure to define it can loom large. Individuals fear both personal failure and not meeting the expectations of partners or family. Real-life example: Lena felt pressured to marry early due to her family's expectations, leading her to rush into a marriage she wasn't ready for, creating lingering resentment and stress. Change over time. Evolving dynamics provide various relationship forms. More freedom accompanies these changes, but with it comes the fear of navigating diverse expectations appropriately. Examples/statistics. The American Psychological Association found that 56% felt overwhelmed by relationship expectations, which impacts how individuals connect and approach intimacy. As we weave through these complex dynamics, let's explore another common fear in today's world. Reason 8. Comparison and social media influence. Idealized relationships on social media can trigger feelings of inadequacy. Individuals compare their love lives to those perfect portrayals online, leading to doubts. Real-life example: Jane often found herself scrolling through Instagram, feeling her relationship paled in comparison to others' curated displays of happiness, leading to dissatisfaction over unrealistic expectations. Change over time. Social media's rise has altered how we view relationships, showcasing joy without work behind it. Examples/statistics. The Journal of Social and Personal Relationships found that 57% reported altered views on love due to social media, nurturing anxiety about never measuring up to an ideal. Let's assess how a very fundamental fear can override our desires in relationships. Reason 9. Fear of rejection. The fear of being rejected terrifies many. The idea of being turned away by someone we care about can prevent relationship pursuits or declarations of affection. Real-life example: after experiencing relentless rejection in adolescence, Tom now avoids dating altogether, convinced he'll face rejection before he even starts. Change over time. Modern dating paths are riddled with potential rejection, intensified by the anonymity and brutality of online dating. Examples/statistics. Surveys on dating show 67% feel that past rejection experiences hinder them from forming new relationships, highlighting how fear deeply influences connection attempts. Understanding these fears brings us to our final major barrier. Reason 10. Self-sabotage. Some fear relationship success, stemming from self-esteem concerns, leading to behaviors that push away partners. Real-life example: despite yearning for intimacy, Mark often cancels dates last minute, instigates arguments, or becomes distant to prevent commitments from solidifying. Change over time. Self-sabotage can arise from disappointment and manifest as a defense mechanism against feared heartbreak. Examples/statistics. The University of California found 65% engaged in self-sabotage, often through jealousy or irrational behavior, indicating deep-rooted fears influencing connections. By now, it's clear that fear of love and intimacy operates on multiple levels. Acknowledging these fears, whether from trauma, social pressures, or self-sabotage, is essential for cultivating healthy, intimate relationships. Embracing self-awareness allows us to break free from inhibiting patterns. Love is transformative and can bring profound joy. While it may seem terrifying, it is integral to the human experience. Facing love and its fears is the key to meaningful connections and growth. If you found this insightful, check out our video on 5 clearest signs of relationship compatibility, easiest way to find the right partner. Remember, understanding love is ongoing, but confronting your fears is the first step toward fulfilling relationships. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.